Hi, welcome to the tutorial where I'm going to talk to you today about how you can go ahead and get your color look with using 1 minute. Okay, so how do we do a 1 minute look? I'm going to focus over here. What's the number one question people want to ask me all the time is how do you do your eyes? I'm going to show you a couple other little hacks first. If you have oily skin, you may want to take your CC cream and your mineral powder and put a little bit of CC cream on the back of your hand and take a little bit of your loose powder, mineral powder, put it into that CC cream. So you may want to have like a little stick that you can use to take. Okay, so you would put your CC cream on here. You would take your mineral powder, mix them together, and then apply it to your face. Why would you do such a thing? Because the mineral powder, CC cream has a little bit of shine in it, and if you're already combination oily skin and you want to make sure that don't get too shiny, this little hack here will do all sorts of wonderful things. You can then put it on with your fingers, swirl it onto your fingers. Once you get the hang of how to blend it, you could then just go ahead and blend it right on your fingers and put it on your face. You can go ahead and use my second favorite way, is a Mary Kay sponge, and you just pick that up and then sponge it over. My third favorite way, and these are so the sponge is my first favorite. You can use a Mary Kay foundation brush, pick it up, and then you can just work it all over your face like this, picking it up off your hand, applying it onto your face. Okay, so that was the hack I wanted to tell you about for people with combination oily skin. Mix a little bit of mineral powder into your CC cream. You get great coverage that way. If you have dry, normal skin, I wouldn't do that particular step. I would, at the end, I would use my other powder, which is your highlighting powder, translucent powder, and I'll show you at the end how you deal with that. Okay, you've got 1 minute to get ready. If you're the kind of girl that has a Mary Kay compact, then what you're going to do is you are going to take your sponge tip and always line your colors up this way, lightest, mid-tone, darkest. This is your cheek. So you're going to rub this into your lightest color, and because you're in a rush, you're going to rub this either into your second color or your third color. You are only going to do a 2-color eye look. You are going to put the lightest color up here with your sponge tip. You're going to flip it over and put the second color underneath it. This is kind of the midpoint in your eye. How do you find that? If you press with your finger right in here, you'll feel like a rainbow arch. Just from that point down, put the color. That'll work great for you. That's always puts it in the right place. Okay, then we're going to, we've got that on our eyes. We're going to blend it either with a sponge tip or a brush. And we're just going to blend that back and forth, side to side. What's that do? It smooths it out, makes it look nice. Now we are going to, if you're going to put an eye color on, pencil, you can line the bottom and you can line, well, if your eye was open then you would line your top lid. Okay, so right here, let's do it right here. This will be so much better. So you line along the bottom and you line along the top. If you blink a lot, open your mouth, that'll stop the blinking. Okay? So here's the deal. You can line top and bottom. You can line top. I do not suggest you only line the bottom, and the reason is if you do that, it throws your facial symmetry off, and that really isn't presenting your eyes with the best look. It's very distracting. Everybody looks underneath your eye then versus just sort of noticing your face and noticing your eyes. The minute you only do underneath, you've got a problem. You're working against yourself. Okay, so the next thing then we're going to do is we're going to take our mascara and we're going to go side to side because that makes them look thicker, and then we're going to go like this, you know how you go out. That makes them look longer. You can tip the bottoms. If you're really dark underneath here, I suggest that you do not do your bottom lashes unless you are going to conceal. If you're going to conceal, then you can go ahead and do your bottom lashes. But if you're not, don't do that because it just makes this area come out and look even darker. You can do as many coats as you like with mascara. Okay? Now, if you're the kind of girl who couldn't live without doing her eyebrows, you would start over here on your face, and you would take your eyebrow pencil and we'll match it to your right color. And you go tick, 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 like you're drawing fine little hairs. And then when you get to this point, you kind of make a little box. Okay? And then you do tick, 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 tick. Why do you do it backwards versus long strokes this way? Because it sits on the skin. And so when you take either your brush that is from your brush set or a child-sized toothbrush or an adult toothbrush, and use that only for combing your brows, you comb your brows this way once you've got the product on. What happens there is it just makes them look absolutely, completely natural. Okay, so next thing we want to do is, let me show you how you use concealer. It's got its own little wand here. You smear it here, smear it here, smear it here, smear it here. Now, this is going on to a... So what happens then around your nose, quite often, people need a little bit, and sometimes you need a little bit right in here, and if you've got any spots on your face, you want to put it on there. Okay, then you want to take your finger or a cosmetic sponge, moisten, and then you just want to go pat, 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 and it'll just move everywhere it needs to move, like this. It'll smooth out. And if you're not too fast at doing this, I suggest you do one area and then do the next. I can do my whole face real quick. And if you've got any bumps or dark spots or anything you need to cover, nobody would probably have that many things to cover on their face, but I want to show you that. Okay, how do we go ahead and put our cheek color on? I believe that putting cheek color on with a big brush is your best way. So you are going to take this like stripe, stripe, stripe. You start at the top of the ear where it joins your head. Smile. Hold 2 fingers widths. I want to do this so it's like real. So 2 finger widths, top of the ear, down. You go pat, 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 pat. This won't stick because this is a plasticized cover. So if you stay 2 finger widths out from your nose, from the top of your ear, smile, bring it down. It'll sit right up here on the top of your cheek. You want no color in the hollow, because if you put it in the hollow, you are going to look old, tired, and 10 years older. Did I mention old twice? Good. I'll say it again. Old, tired, and 10 years older. Keep it up. Okay, start at the ear always. It's like a picture frame. You want to frame dark colors on the edge, lighter towards the center. If you're smiling, you're getting all the lift you need. And 2 fingers out from your nose, okay? So that's how you use your compact. If you were going to do a 3-colored look with your eye, you would do exactly what we just did. However, when it came to the 3rd color, you would take your compact, pick up your 3rd color. I'm hoping that you have a brush. Should have set up so I didn't have to go. And you're going to pick your 3rd color up, and you're going to go right where that rainbow arch is. You're going to apply it in there. You can apply it down a bit and along here, leaving this space open though. And you can run that along your lash line if you like. And then you want to blend it with a big brush. The key to an eye is the blend. Blend, 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 blend. You're going to find that you can do your eyes gorgeous like that. Okay, let's talk about lips. You may want to put on a gloss. You may want to put on a lipstick. If you line, here's the tips. Do the V first. Make your little V. Then come out to the side. If you've got a real straight lip there, if you come from the corner of your lip up and round it tiny bit, it'll look better. And then down on your bottom lip, and then fill. Why do you fill? Gives you tremendous staying power. If you're going to put lipstick on, you're just going to put your lipstick on, smooth your lips together. That's great. If you're going to put gloss on, I only put gloss in the center and a little bit like this with my wand. I don't dip again, center, bottom lip only, smooth my lips together, and that gives me a perfect look when I'm wearing lipstick first. And this is a beautiful color, Sweet Nectar. And then gloss over top. If you're just doing gloss, you may find that you want to put it on the bottom and then put a line across the top too. Smooth your lips together. It goes everywhere you need to go. What's the finishing touch on the look? You want your face to stay on all day? You want to put, if you're combination oily, you take your brush, you actually dip it in the powder, dip it in the lid so it doesn't go all over the place, and then you powder your face. And you can powder, and then once you're done, go down. So you're doing your whole face like that. If you're super oily, take a Mary Kay sponge, dip it in here, press side to side like letter C's, like you're making commas on your face. Go back into your powder often and powder wherever you're oily, and then just go down, lightly down everywhere. And that is going to give you a great staying power. If you are the translucent person, you are just going to take your, take your brush, take your brush, put it in, dip it in, and then rub it all over. It's got like little disco balls in it. Dip, 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 rub, rub, rub. I don't mean rub, I mean whatever you do with the brush, blend. Okay, get it all over, and then smooth it all down. And the translucent powder, what it does is it sort of shades out. It's like what Instagram does to pictures. Some sort of magic. This is some sort of magic right here. The translucent powder. It's going to look lovely. It's going to give your face, for normal dry people, it's just going to make it look real radiant. I find combination oily people, sometimes you need to stick with your powder, mineral powder. If you want, you can do your mineral powder pack, and then just take this translucent powder, and just in the areas where you want to lighten your face a bit, give them a little highlight like here, that's a great thing to do. But you don't want to get it everywhere because it gets shiny looking. Okay, if you bought the colors that I recommend, this color probably is going to be hazelnut, and this one's going to be a lighter honey spice or moonstone. You can take this, and you can just take your finger, you can take a small brush, like this, and just go from top of your, about the middle of your brow, on your skin, just make a letter C on the outside, and then you dip, dip, dip again, and put a letter C. Or, if you want to do it this way, you take your finger, put it in. Your hands are clean if you just did your skincare. If not, make sure you wash your hands first. And then just put a letter C around here, and then just blend it a bit, and that'll give you highlights around your eyes. It'll bring your eyes out even more, and that's using the color that you have. And if you want, like, here's another hack. If you've got hazelnut as your middle color, you can just take your finger, dip it in there, and remember how I said you put your cheek color on, you start at the top? Just take your finger, the middle of your ear, you feel that little bulb thing? Just take your finger and just put a line straight across. So you dip your finger in hazelnut, find that little bulb right in the middle of your ear, take it, put a line across there, and then just blend it slightly with your brush, and that'll give you some contouring. So, I think I covered everything I want to cover. Hope that helps you, and I hope it works out for you. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me. So you can go from 1 minute super simple. This should take you about 1 minute to 2 minutes to do. This, adding the second color and doing a couple little extras that I showed, no more than 5 minutes. And set the timer on your, I was going to say on your clock. Set the timer on your phone so that you practice getting really fast at it, because it looks the same whether you go slow or fast in the end. Okay, super. Thanks. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.